Season 9 is here, and it's time for that updated controller settings, the best controller settings, all of the things that I use. And so, let's get into it, man. We got the screen right here. The Sten new SMG is coming out. Got, video gonna be dropping on that pretty soon. Going to get this legendary RPD. This season is looking pretty lit. But that's not what we here for, man. At the time of me recording this video, though, technically Season 9 ain't out yet. We are still in Season 8. But because I know I'm not going to change too many of my settings, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all my best settings. Whoa, where's my character? Oh, I got to download everything. No! But anyway, man, look. I ain't got my characters. Nothing is downloaded just yet. Stuff is updated, man. So, like I said, we about to jump into the new season soon. Guess I'll show y'all some quick stuff before we jump into the settings. Right here, this was the first season that we did legendary multiplayer, legendary BR. We was able to accomplish that feat. Some basic stats for you as a controller player. You can see them right there. Almost a 7 KD. Couple thousand games played, almost 80,000 kills, 27 accuracy. For my BR stats, we ain't got a lot of games in there. 230 matches played, 157 wins, man. We almost winning every single match that we play, But it'd be some bots in there. It is what it is. I'm here to have fun. I ain't here to debate with y'all on all of that extra nonsense. But that's some of my basic stats. Let's go ahead and get into these settings, which y'all actually came to see. And so let's go ahead and pull them up. And so I'm going to go through each tab. If something pops out to me, I'll mention it or whatever the case may be. But the first thing is y'all need to start making sure that y'all favorite some of y'all go-to settings so that it's always on this tab right here on your favorite tab. So I'm going to go to basic. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go through it this way, and then I'm going to switch it to the other way, so that you can see both sides of it. Joints connecting the server. Okay, we good. But I'm going to scroll through, be sure to copy any exact, things that I have on and off. I am a controller player. If you're subscribed to the channel, you already know that. I do have this right here, sync ADS FOV to scope zoom, because I play on max FOV. So, this is how I like to run it. I'm playing on an iPad Pro M4 11-inch. For those who may be wondering, all of my settings or everything that I use is in the description of every video. So, if you got any questions about that, be sure to go down there and check it out. Like I said, I'm just scrolling through this. Hey, my voice right there, bro. Just scrolling through this. Be sure, like I said, to just, copy my settings. These are the things that I use specifically. If you have a question about any specific setting, you can ask me. But there's so many settings that I feel like it would just be a little bit crazy for me to try to go through and explain every setting in the game. There's YouTube channels that do that. But I know there's a lot of people that actually care about the settings that I use, or, they like the way my gameplays look, all of that stuff. So I want to make sure that I, provide those settings for y'all. We're in the controls tab. For the people that cares about this stuff, the vehicles, it's here. Of course, controller support is what I'm using. Everything is on default. I don't have anything flipped. All of the stuff that I do for my controller is actually within the settings of my iPad, which I can do a video on that as well. My audio and graphics, plan on very high graphic quality because I freaking got an M4 iPad. I want to run this thing through the ringer, bro. I'm trying to max everything out, max, ultra frame rate so I can play at 120 frames. Yeah, this stuff down here, make sure you got them on and off what I have on. Like I said, if you like how my gameplays be looking, like I said, you can literally just copy what I use. Of course, some of this stuff is also personal preference, as you already know, as far as your hit effects. Let's keep it going. The audio section, let's drop that down. I have this favorited because sometimes you got to make quick adjustments to your audio. But as you can see, my master volume is at 85 because the headphones that I use are actually pretty loud, so I need to turn it down on this end sometimes. But yeah, this is everything. The most important setting is the ambient volume. You want to have that either off or low. So, I play with it on very low because I just like a little bit of map noise. Sometimes I'm not really tripping off of it. Feel like you can hear footsteps pretty clear on this game. Got Dolby Atmos on. Make sure you turn that on as well. And let's go to the sensitivities. Where's the controller? Okay, down here at the bottom. Let's unfold that. And these are my controller sensitivity settings, man. So everybody always asks this question. Play on 200 for horizontal, 150 for vertical. That's what works for me. I like them pretty high, mid-high, but for vertical, I don't like that too sensitive, you know, because I want to be able to feel like when you have to aim higher, I don't know. I can't even explain it, but I just feel like if that's moving too fast when people are like elevated or below you, I need that as precise as possible. Whereas horizontal, I need to be able to spin around and, you know, utilize my reaction speed as much as possible. But those are my settings. For my people that like the old school view, I guess I'll switch it really quick at the top, kind of scroll through these, because for some people, this is a lot easier. So I'll kind of scroll through this kind of quick, because I feel like this part gets a little bit redundant, but I know some people actually like this version of the settings better than the newer version, because it's just a lot more, I don't know, lively. Whereas the other settings is kind of minimalistic. This one, it's the same settings. Like I said, I know there's some people, especially in my Discord, that likes to see it in this format. So I'm just gonna go through and show y'all. And then I'll show y'all my graphic settings in a second. Just go down. Like I said, I'm just trying to cover all my bases. My goal is to just help people who play on controllers. So I want to make sure that I do my part as far as that. Like I said, everything is pretty normal. My controller settings, sensitivities once again. And then for my color settings, let me go back up to it. Here it is. So that y'all can see, you know, how I have my colors and stuff set up. So if you like how my gameplays look, and of course, this is the configuration right here. Red, hue 99, tint 18, saturation 70, brightness 36 on preset number 1. And that gets you this, you know. Get you this right here. So y'all get to see the range of colors and whatnot. But yeah, that's essentially what it looks like. Put it in first person for y'all as well. So yeah, that's it right there, man. So those are my settings. Be sure to like the video. If you like the video, comment, share, subscribe. If you have any questions about my settings, be sure to ask me. You know, I'm here to answer any questions, man. So that's all I got for y'all, man. I will catch y'all on the next one. Yeah, so stay tuned. You heard? Jersey.